Hello there, I'm Lizzie, and this is Bella. Bella, hey, hi. And welcome to All About Labradors. Today we're having a very special segment, and it might be a little longer than most of them. We've covered the basics, like running with your dog, grooming your dog, and even playing with your dog. But what about working with your dog? Well, today I'm going to teach you about dog agility. Dog agility is an ever-growing sport in which the handler has to lead the dog through a series of mazes, of tunnels, weave holes, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to teach you how to teach your dog every single one of them. Now, before you say anything else, Pansy. Sorry, there's my cat over there, and my dog doesn't really like cats. Okay, before you say anything else, I know dog agility equipment is pretty expensive, but I got this one off eBay for only $30, and it has a tunnel and everything. So just work at it. I have homemade jumps too, so. Alright, we're going to begin with the basics of agility. In order to do agility properly, the dog should have either a 6-foot leash, a retractable leash, or she should be able to be off leash. To do agility trials, your dog has to be able to be off leash. But please don't do this until your dog has a good recall and you can trust her 100%. I trust her about 99%. And the good thing you can do, if you don't trust them 100%, is if you have a retractable leash, just do that. That way, you can let them off the lead, but if they start to run, you can grab something. Okay, let's move. In order for you to start dog agility, your dog should also be able to perform the basic obedience command. Sit. Shake. Touch. Touch. No, touch. Lay down. Whatever works best for your dog is okay. I use treats. But if your dog is more toy motivated, then use... I have my trusty friend here in a wait because I'm going to show you a couple pieces of agility equipment. The first one I'm going to show you, since it's on top, is the tunnel. The tunnel is an obstacle that the dog obviously has to go through. I'm using the Cayenne Dog Agility Starter Kit, and so this is my tunnel. It's small, but it works. So this is the tunnel. It usually has stakes or something for the dog to go through. And I'll have Bella tunnel, so you can see how it's done. Bella, tunnel! Very good. There's a couple more pieces of dog agility equipment. Perhaps the most commonly known dog agility obstacle is the jump. The thing I like about this kit for your jumps is they can be adjustable. You can have them up to here, you can have them down there, depending on what kind of dog you have. I have it at the middle setting. Bella learned to jump from homemade jumps, which will be in a video later on of her doing a course, but they're very easy to assemble. All you need is like 2 lawn chairs and a pole. Just make sure it's safe, and then if your dog hits it, it is knockable, because you don't want any injuries happening. For demonstration purposes, Bella's going to go over the jump. Come on. Over! Perhaps the hardest obstacle for your dog to master is the weave poles. Bella's not even fully trained in these yet, so there will probably be some mistakes when, for demonstration purposes, she goes through them. The weave poles require time and patience, and then you need to break it down. I will show you how to do this later on in the video. You have to understand that for your dog to do obstacles like the weave poles, you have to have a very strong connection, and you guys have to be able to work together. Bella will now go through the weave poles to the best of her ability. Alright. She's not a novice at the weave poles yet, so I have them kind of separated. Okay, come here. Keep a close eye because it's kind of hard to see them when they go fast. Ready? Weave. I want to let you know that I do not have all of the obstacles to a dog agility course. You will also need an A-frame and a tire jump and a seesaw, but I don't have those, so I'm just going to show you 4 objects that I do. The next object is the pause table, or the bench. This is where your dog should jump up, pause, and then resume. Okay, now that you've seen the 4 basic elements of dog agility objects, I'm going to show you how you can teach your dog to do them. We're going to start with the jump. And you're going to want to start it off really low. Bella wants to jump because she knows, she's like, hey, I've done this before. You're going to want to start it off really low. So you're going to want to have your bars down here. Again, keep in mind the height of your dog, please, because for every dog, a different height's going to be different. Okay, so I have it nice and low for Bella's height. And all you're going to do when you first start, you're going to take a treat. You want a treat? Sit. You're going to take a treat and you're going to show them that you have the treat. And then you're going to look at the obstacle. You have to look at it so they know where they're going. You're going to point your hand at the obstacle and you're going to say, over. Good girl. And they should jump it. If they don't, take your treat and go it over the jump with them. Over. Like that. Keep repeating this a couple of times, and eventually you should get something. Bella, one treat. You ready? Let's go. Over. Good girl. Next object I'm going to teach you how to teach your dog is the tunnel. The tunnel is very simple. Basically what you start out with doing is you let your dog associate with the tunnel. You let her see the tunnel. Then you're just going to throw some treats in there. She should walk through the other end because you need to throw it far enough that she'll walk all the way through. Okay? Eventually, you can start adding the hand signal, this, and the word tunnel. And she should do it. Tunnel! Should. I said. Can't always expect the best. So, try it again. This is the tunnel to your dog. She's supposed to go through it. So again, just throw a treat. Whoa! Don't hurt yourself. Come here. Good girl. Now, don't hawk the swords. Hawk the treats, I mean. Okay, so now I'm going to show you Bella going through the tunnel. She should come back to me, and she should go through the tunnel. Okay, Bella. Tunnel! 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 Okay, normally I do this while she's running. Like I said, you're going to have your faults. Just gotta work through them. So here we go. Tunnel! Whoa, that's why you weren't going through. See, she went through it. But now that I have it fixed, where she'll actually come out on open grass, let's try that again. Bella, Bella, tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Very good dog. Always praise him. Always give him pats. Teach your dog the pause table. You first have to teach her up and off. To start this, you're going to take a treat, point it at the bench, and go up. She should get up there. Make sure they get up there all the way. Give them the treat. You're going to say off, and they should jump off. This is the basics to the pause table. Next, once you get your dog to be able to do this, the most challenging object for you to train is the weave pulls. These require, like I said, lots of patience. I like to use the 2x2 weave pull training method because that's what's worked for Bella. It's very simple and easy to use, and she should be weaving poles in days. It's easy to take down that other pole. But to start off, just have one gate. Here. Just have one gate. And make sure you say the word weave when you make them go through it. I know what you're thinking, how is this going to work? But it works. So, yeah. Take whatever motivates your dog, hers is food, and throw it through the gates, and make sure your dog knows to go through the gate, and say weave. Weave. Try to make her go all the way through. There we go. Good girl. Step 2. Have another gate far off, and slightly vertical. Repeat process 1. Oops, my weave pull just fell over. When weave pulls are back up and running, I'm going to want to repeat step 1. I'm going to want to take my treat that she's eating out of my hand and throw it through both salam or weave pull gates. Just make sure your dog goes through both of them, and again say weave and give the signal. Weave. Good girl! Come here! That's step 2. Next is step 3. Step 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on are just going to be moving the weave pull slowly together and repeating steps 1 and 2. Like this. If my weave pull is here at this salam, I'm going to take the end of this gate and I'm going to put it right here so that they're tighter and more weavish. Now I'm going to go to salam 2 and I'm going to take this pole that I have to make this gate and I'm going to put it right here. Those look a little bit more like weave pulls to you? Yeah, they do to me too. Repeat steps 1 and 2. Weave, and I'm going to move my poles. Now they look like this. Repeat steps 1. This is about at Bella's training level, so I won't be putting them any closer. But you get the gist. Bella, leave. Remember, agility is a team sport. There's no I in team. Keep at it and you should be able to do something like this.
Here I am, tell me, this is the place you want to be. Here I am, could I tell you this is right for me? Here I am, should I let you go and walk on free? Here I am, tell me, is this the place I'd rather be? I know a place that you know. This place is where my heart goes. The colors of the rainbow show me the way to be home. This is me, who I am. I know now what's meant to be. Here I come, don't stand in the way. You can try and follow me, just don't get in my face. Here I am, tell me, is this the place you want to be? Here I am, could I tell you this is right for me? Here I am, should I let you go and walk on free? Here I am, tell me, is this the place I'd rather be? When my heart is feeling its home, I like the way the moon glows, the colors of your rainbow show me the way to be home. This is me, who I am. I know now what's meant to be. Here I come, don't stand in the way. You can try and follow me, just don't get in my face. Here I am, tell me, is this the place you want to be? Here I am, could I tell you this is right for me?